for laying down with the man. You almost take all the fault and accountability and responsibility away from the man. Two people make that decision.
No, I'm going to tell you what happened here.
So it's not the woman's fault that she chose to support.
But you're taking the conversation down another lane. Let me explain to you what I mean.
Please.
Because that's not what he said. See, he said, TK, Donald Trump did X, Y, and Z. What about the woman that has 3 kids? He didn't say about the father.
We said the single woman.
We was on one thing. Now he said, Tika, what do you feel about the situation between a mother and 3 kids and a dad not being responsible? That's not what he said. If he'd have said that, my conversation would have been sex makes babies, not love. See?
Yes. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, this is what happened.
Yes.
So I said that she shows determination.
She shows determination.
And then you said it's not determination, it's bad choices.
It's bad choices.
As if the choice is only bad on the woman. That's
the way you took it.
I sure did.
Yeah, and I see that because it was one thing we're going to do while we're on the show. And since we just said, I want you to listen to comprehend. Watch. I don't want you to listen to reply. Right? Take the time. I'm going to tell you, if you don't mind me saying it, take the time to say, TK, can I ask you what you mean by that? Because the world is watching us,
but
right?
If I don't agree with you, that doesn't mean that I'm not comprehending what you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you don't understand, before you react, I want you to take a beat and say, TK, what do you mean? Because I want you to go off if I say something wrong. No. I'm saying if I say something wrong, I want you to check me. But before you check me, I want you to go, TK, what do you mean by that?
Well, I'm going to do that too because I actually took it the same way.
Okay, good.
I'm going to do that because what it seems like is you go, I say, hey, because we're talking about determination, right? We're talking about determination.
Yes.
I don't think that Donald Trump had to be all that determined. He got $1 million from his dad. If he'd have took the money that he got from his father and parked it in the S&P 500, he'd be richer than what he is right now, right?
So, and I'm going to tell you what
So he, the determination or the will to want to step on people and do all of that stuff, I don't think that that's laudable or virtuous at all. When I think about determination, I think about people in situations. If it's somebody that's living in a fucked up spot somewhere where they are actually fighting for the things in life that should be provided, people that are fighting for housing, people that are fighting for freedom, people that are fighting to feed themselves, and the determination that they still have to do for other people, that's kind of how I look at determination. And then when I said that, honestly, you went, well, she made a lot of bad choices.
Yes,
that's some Republican shit to you.
So here's the thing I also found in life. To this point where we are sitting in this chair, everybody has had their own journey, right? Everything that got to this point, your experiences have led you to believe what you believe at this point.
Certainly.
My experiences have led me to believe what I believe at this point. My point I'm saying is nobody's wrong here. You're basing your decision on what you think because of your experiences, what you've seen in your eyes. I haven't walked in your shoes or your shoes either, right? And you haven't walked in my shoes. I'm not saying that the man was right. Coming from my perspective comes from a street philosophy. It comes from beating the case. It comes from the determination of having an attorney, getting the attorney to beat a case. See, until you have handcuffs on your hand, or you sit in the back of a police car. These are my experiences. So I take that determination as a different way.
Why did you make those choices?
Bad choices. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, do you think that you made those choices? Let me ask you this. So let's say, because I think this is an interesting thing. These are all conversations that are interesting.
Yeah.
So you made bad choices.
Yes.
Is it possible that you had a bad choice matrix?
No, life is about consequences, right? Now, the reason why I like to bring this up, because some people because of their choices, can't get out of it. So they're stuck.
What I mean is this. So you take someone that's in a situation where they have to make the choice to not live a certain lifestyle.
Yes.
Right? They have to. So if every day I'm from Baton Rouge, right?
Yes.
So there is a specific part of growing up there, particularly where I grew up, where you have to make the choice not to do something.
Yes.
And it's in your face.
Yes.
Right? Now, I had my dad, I had my mom, and I also had examples from, rest in peace, my uncle Craig, not my uncle Craig, my
Yeah, I
uncle
remember you
David.
talking about your family.
Yeah. I had examples from guys who had, but I had to make the choice not to do something,
Yes.
right? Now, if you put that person in a different situation where their choices are not so much oriented around what not to do, but what to do, you don't think that that changes a certain percentage of outcomes? Meaning, if you have to,
No, you're absolutely right.
right?
I
If
agree.
your shoes is fucked up and you grow up poor and you gotta walk by niggas that's hustling, robbing, and doing all of that stuff, you have to decide, hey, I'm gonna go work at Popeyes or McDonald's,
I totally agree.
or I'm gonna do this rather than do that.
Yes.
If you take that same person, they don't have to think about what they're not doing. All they can concentrate on is, how do I do the same thing that my father and the other people,
Yes.
you know what I mean?